Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Welcome to online session. Today topic is literary terms. So please open your exercise booklet pages 92 and 93. Literary terms are devices used to make writing better. These help the writer tell a story or make a point. So this is very helpful. These terms means words, specific words that we use in writing and in speech. The first one is alliteration. Alliteration is a literary term that means two or more words in a row that all start with the same sound. For example, 3 grey geese in a green field grazing. Grey were the geese and green was the grazing. 3 grey geese by Mother Goose. This is a reference from where example is being taken. The next one is hyperbole. Hyperbole is a literary term that refers to an exaggeration, to make something more than it is. Example is, there was a young lady whose nose was so long that it reached to her toes. So she hired an old lady whose conduct was steady to carry that wonderful nose. So that was a hyperbole, and the reference book has been written from Edward Lear. The next one is metaphor. Metaphor is a literary term for comparing two things directly. Examples are, let the rain kiss you, let the rain beat upon your head with silver liquid drops, let the rain sing you a lullaby, the rain makes still pools on the sidewalk, the rain makes running pools in the gutter, the rain plays a little sleep song on our roof at night, and I love the rain. So these are all comparing the words directly with other words, so that's called a metaphor. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a literary term used when a word imitates the sound it is describing. So it is just like the copy of the sound. So the word is looking like the sound. Examples are, pitter patter, pit pit patter, splitter splatter, down comes the rain. So this from that reference book, Chicky Chicky Choke Choke by Katie McLennan. So the words are pretty same like the sound. Next one is, when pop drops pop, bottles plop, pop bottle tops topple, pop mops slop. So from the song of the Pop Bottles by Maurice Bishop. It's same like the tongue twister. So when you want to increase your pronunciation, so we use twist finger. The same like this. Onomatopoeia words is on the same pattern, that it's imitate the sound of the words. The next one is personification. Personification is a literary term for giving human attributes to objects or animals. To give animate things to inanimate. Examples are, or to gives. Yes, examples are, the cow jumped over the moon, the little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. So here you can see that they gives the animate attributes and qualities to the moon by the cow, and the same the dish and the spoon. in allegory. So an allegory is a story that is used to represent a more general message about real life, like historical issue and or events. It is typically an entire book, novel, play, etc. Example: George Orwell's dystopian book Animal Farm is an allegory for the events preceding the Russian Revolution and the Stalinist era in early 20th century Russia. In the story, animals on a farm practice animalism, which is essentially communism. So they refer to that era and what was happening in that period about the communism. So they just like in refers to the same issue and the same revolution. Allusion. Allusion is when an author makes an indirect reference to a figure, place, event, or idea originating from outside the text. Many allusions make reference to previous works of literature or art. Example: stop acting so smart. It's not like you are in Einstein or something. This is an allusion to the famous real life theoretical physicist Albert Einstein. So allusion, you compare something with someone and it can be a famous figure or place or event. And the people say, like in the example, anthropomorphism. So anthropomorphism occurs when something non-human, such as an animal, place, or an inanimate object, behaves in a human-like way. So that is called anthropomorphism. Example: children's cartoons have many examples of anthropomorphism. For example, Mickey and Minnie Mouse can speak, wear clothes, sing, dance, drive cars, etc. Real mice can't do any of these things, but the two mouse characters behave much more like humans than mice. So the next one is euphemism. A euphemism is when a more mild or indirect word or expression is used in place of another word or phrase that is considered harsh, blunt, vulgar, or unpleasant. So you present something which is ugly or nasty or horrific in a more polite way, in a presentable way. Example: I'm so sorry, but he didn't make it. The phrase "didn't make it" is a more polite and less blunt way of saying that someone has died. We also use another form of that: he passed away. He passed away mean that he died. So using the direct word, we just avoid, we use euphemism. It's a literary term which makes something mild or less harsh, or make something in an indirect way, indirect expression. The next one is imagery. Imagery is when an author describes a scene, thing, or idea so that it appeals to our senses: taste, smell, sight, touch, or hearing. So it appeals to our senses, all five senses. This device is often used to help the reader clearly visualize parts of the story by creating a strong mental picture. So in literature it's used imagery to bring the real picture through using the strong words. Example: here is an example of imagery taken from the William Wordsworth famous poem "I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud." When all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. So now here, through imagery, he just present all the daffodils with such a strong words which appeals to your mind, and it just it start a live scene in your mind. To be continued, inshallah. My dear students, we would continue literary terms, and for homework, study the following pages as your homework, pages 93 and 94. Thank you very much, and have a safer and nice day.